up guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is my final part of the Ocarina of Time video guide series. This has been a blast, man. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, like my whole life. So I've helped like people through games before, but to actually like take the time, write out a book full of notes, like top to bottom of the game, and then to like record it and do it is something that I've always wanted to do. So I just want to say I appreciate any single person who has taken the time out to watch these. I hope you had fun like I had, man. I love this game. So let's get on to it. This is, I think I said, yeah, part 14. Double check. Part 14. Ganon's Castle. That's all we got left. Let's get down to business. So, let's run past the Beamos twins and get introduced to the central chamber room of Ganon's castle. And how this works is there's a door connected to each of the medallions. So you can see the forest, the water, spirit, light. Basically, these are like little little mini dungeons themed around each of the ones that we've done already. So we're actually going to skip over and start with the Shadow Temple. We're going to go backwards. And the reason for that is there's one last upgrade or item in this game that we get by doing this. So whatever, we'll screw that guy. We'll equip fire arrows and our hook shot. Hook shot over to this chest. And then there's a torch across the way, and we're going to use fire arrows to ignite that. It's going to spawn these, and we're going to just very quickly hop across and then deal with this lake. Oh. Alright. Once he's out of the way, we can equip lens. Or sorry, we will use fire arrows again to hit this torch one more time, because it does actually spawn platforms on this side, and we can use those to reach the switch down here. This platform won't disappear, so don't worry. But from this one, I never realized that's like... Oh, that's like water down there. How creepy is that? We can hookshot up here and claim our final upgrade in the form of the golden gauntlets, which are just ridiculous what they can do. But they look sick, so that's always a plus. This part we don't need to hit the torch anymore, we can just use lens. We're just going to carefully go across here and use hammer. And instead of working our way all the way back, like to use the bridge, we'll just use hookshot and hit this torch here. And that'll get us through. I would almost always grab these. It's going to be arrows and magic just to top us up. And each one of the medallion little dungeons is going to have an orb like this at the end. And we're going to use light arrows. And that's going to cleanse that. It's going to free Impa to be full power. And we get a free teleport back to the central chamber, which is nice, after each one of these. Okay, now before we go into any more of these dungeons, we're gonna run all the way back. Go out the through the entrance of Ganon's castle, and we're gonna pick up our last like Link upgrade, so like passive upgrade essentially. So we're gonna leave the castle, and we're gonna take a hard left, and this is the area. If you remember, we grabbed a gold skull from here. We came over here to grab him because he's out of the way. But we can come over here, and this is the first time you get to use the gold gauntlets, is to pick up one of these. So now we are incredibly strong. We are stacked up, and Ganondorf should be absolutely terrified. So let's head in. Pick up our last fairy fountain reward. And she's going to give us, for our last upgrade, is going to be, like our heart containers are going to get a little white line around the edge of them, and essentially we get, like half damage. So, or we take half damage. It's like getting 50% armor, basically. Which, for my file anyway, it brings me back to normal, which is like only taking 1 heart per hit instead of 2. For you guys or anybody else playing normal, it should take you to only taking about a half heart, sometimes even a quarter. Alright. So with that done, we will just go back to Ganon's castle. Chucked a big rock out of the way. It's crazy, man. Alright. So, once we get back to the central chamber, I always loved they did that. We need to finish off the rest of these dungeons. You can do these in whatever order you like. They're fairly straightforward. They can be figured out for sure without a guide, but we're just going to start with Forest, work our way around the room. So this room, deal with our wolf friend here. Spawn a chest. And then we need Din's Fire and Fire Arrows, so we can Din's Fire first. And then use Fire Arrows to, excuse me, get the last one here. Alright, this room, we have to be very careful not to fall. If we fall, it resets the room. And we need to get every rupee. So, we want the Lens of Truth on. We want some bombs. We want these. And we also want the hover boots. So, actually it looks like we can spawn a time block here. So, it totally does. So I would spawn the time block. It's going to make that a lot easier. But I would still use the wind when it goes full blast with hover boots to get to this platform. Take off the hover boots. Don't put on iron boots. There we go. and then we can jump across to where he was, and across to this rupee. Back over to this one, and then down onto the switch. With that thing there, we can use the hook shot and climb above it to grab that. And then jump back down, over again, over to the door, and then once this stops moving completely, do a quick hop, and back over. Easy peasy. Once again, we'll use light arrows to dispel this one. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll go down to water. Kind of funny because for the water, for this whole thing, you'll notice it's just all the ice cavern. It's not actually like water themed in any way. If you did fill up all your bottles fully, you're gonna have to burn one item in your bottles to be able to fit some blue fire, because we are gonna need it twice, I believe. Let's deal with all the ice guys. Watch out for shards falling. So fill up on 2 blue fires or just one, use it and then grab another one. If you only have space to hold one. And then we'll pull into a timed block sliding puzzle room. So, we're going to go over to this one, push this over, and then down, and then you push this one over top of where that one is now, and over. This will have a fairy in it, so if you do want to replace your fairy after you're done, do that. Climb up, use our blue fire, and then equip the hammer. As well as our light arrows. Ooh, be careful when you jump down, don't accidentally fall off. Come through here. Can't hit the jar apparently. But that's the water barrier dispelled. I love the hovering arrow. Alright. Head up the stairs here. We've already completed Shadow Temple. We'll head on over to fire. Unlike water, we will actually need our fire tunic equipped. And the hook shot. Okay, same deal. If you die in this room, the whole room resets. It has to be done in one segment. So, we're gonna go through here. Every time you jump, you'll notice, it resets the progress. So it starts to lower, but every time I jump off it, it stops. You can do the same for the corners here. It'll just buy you some time. So we'll go across, just kind of follow the fire along, no rush. Again, use those corners. Over here, and then up. We'll use our gold gauntlets to throw this rock, which would suck because if you come here before doing, like if you did it in order of the medals, like how you did it in game, you would get here and then not be able to complete this because you need to do the Shadow Temple first, the Shadow Temple one. Now we can go back and come up here and deal with the fire slug. And then because we threw this rock, we can jump to it and then onto this. Make sure you're quick off of that one. And then we need to, essentially, we're going to jump onto the sinking platforms. We're going to jump over the gap and then turn right and immediately hook shot onto that wall. And that's the Fire Temple one. My sworn brother. Okay, so we got 2 left. We will use the gold gauntlets for the 3rd and final time. And then we will start the light. Here we can use lens just to make things easier. You'll see there's keys invisible. And then when you beat them all, we'll get a chest in the middle. There's basically this is like a lottery chests. Like I think there's 2 trap ones. Like technically, if you just beat all the enemies and grab this one, you're good to go. You don't need anything else. But we'll open them just for fun. So there's 1 hit. Nice. There's 2 hits. Hey, nice. Oh. Give and take away. And $5. Now we move on. This is straightforward. Triforce symbol. You know what to do. It's going to give us our key to move on. And this is like a spinning boulder room with rupees. So basically the rupees are just tucked into each of the cubby holes. So there's a cubby hole on the outside, and then it's like a 3-pronged little platform. Just grab everything. Oops. And tuck in there. And then you can hook shot straight up into the center of the room to grab the last one. Jump down through the door after getting squished. And then you'll notice we get here, and there is no thing. That's because we can lens. There's also a floor master here will try to attack you, which will take you back, so try not to get hit by that. We'll go through, and we will free the light barrier. And we got one left. Run up and we'll start the spirit temple. A little challenge or gauntlet, whatever you want to call it. And this room is just, again, a rupee room, so we'll go through. I'm just going to brute force it. Because I don't care. But I will show you a nice little way to do this, just because now we know the trick. So these little things are highly susceptible to the ice arrows, as you can see. So if you want to make this room like super easy and do it legit, just freeze them, man. I love ice arrows now. Ever since seeing like different people use them for crazy ways, I love it. Through this next room, we'll use bomb shoes. Delete these slugs. And then you can... Basically, you can spin attack to reach that one, and this will give you some bomb shoes, so you have a couple chances. And then you want to line up here and send one straight over to that switch. Oh. Might be a little bit too far to the right here. Yep. Maybe. Wow. We're like threading the needle apparently. That's crazy. What? Wild. Okay. So try and line that up as straight as possible so that you can pass through here. And then you can equip fire arrows and your mirror shield. Use fire arrows on the web to drop the sun. And then keep hitting all the switches. Watch out for the floor masters that will spawn. One for each wrong guess, actually. Holy. So when you finally get the right one, go through the door. Equip. Or you can use whatever tunic, whatever shield you want. Keep mirror shield, do whatever. It doesn't matter. It just needed it specifically for that. But then that's our last barrier dispelled. And then we're gonna get this cutscene here. Alright, it's on, man. So, important things to have equipped here going forward. Light arrows, I don't know why I took them off. The hammer, Or I guess it doesn't even matter. Just the light arrows. Just the light arrows. So now we will go through here and start our climb up the tower. And this is kind of, we're rolling up to the finale here. So it's like 3 mini boss rooms, all leading up to a boss. So we've got these guys first. Maybe they'll breathe fire this time. We haven't seen it once. Nice. Still never seen. They still haven't breathed fire. I'm fairly certain those guys, like that variant of the things, of the Dino Foss or whatever they're called. No, I don't know. They breathe fire. At least they do in Majora's Mask. Alright. 2 Stelphos. These ones do need to be beaten, I think, within like 30 seconds of each other. He almost left himself wide open, man. Swing, boy. No. Oh, never mind. Okay, so these ones is just defeat the 2 of them. Come on, dude. This guy just wants to block. Look at this. Let's go. Holy, I had to hit him with the rib stinger. Jeez. This is gonna be our boss key. Go up and do one more set of fights. I would love one day to do a hyper boss run of this game, because the PC port of this game has hyper bosses that are like, they're like frame perfect and they block everything, like it's wild. Okay, so 2 Knuckles. If you feel like fighting them both at the same time, you know, power to you, my friend. We're gonna do one at a time, though. Keep up, bro. Got him. Okay, with him done, we can go up one more, another set of stairs here, and use our boss key. This is your last chance to get consumables, but honestly, I would leave these unless you're like really desperate need of magic. Just in case. I don't think these respawn, and this is your only consumables for this fight, so it's totally up to you. I just want 1 magic to put me at full, thank you. And we will go through this door and climb one last big set of stairs. This is it, folks. We're here. Triforce of Courage, baby. What you know about it? It's full heal. Oh, maybe you do get magic back too. Okay, right off the bat, once the fight actually starts, you want to get out of the center of the room. So get out right away. Pick a corner. Prepare to fight. It's all about ping pong, baby. Back and forth. Make sure you have light arrows ready. Once you do this enough times, he will get hit by one. To which we use the light arrows to stun him, jump over, and get a hit on him. Like this. Jump strike does a lot of damage, but they're kind of hard to land. Nice. I'll take 3. I love that his cape breaks down like as you're doing it. Oh, we got no audio. He's hitting us with the silent treatment. Nice. Oh! Oh, I don't know what happened to the audio. That sucks. Maybe that's back now. I don't know what happened to the audio. When he does this, we're going to charge up and spin back the whole lot. That really sucks. That really ruins the fight, I feel like. Interesting. Interesting. Well, anyways, you know how this is gonna go down, so drop him. Nice. Death. For you. Alright. Cue phase 2 of the Ganondorf fight. Freedom. Alright. So this whole like sequence here is trying to escape the tower. It's not so much a fight, just kind of stick close to Zelda. There's going to be some rocks falling, as you'll see, and we'll just kind of, yeah, as long as you stay close to her, she'll keep moving. If you do take a hit, she can stop at times, so you just want to, if that happens, just make sure to run back. Cue that she, make sure she starts running again. Good thing she's invincible too. Watch your step. She can like hover across too. I don't know, she's got powers, man. Yeah, we're basically just gonna fight our way, or like run back through each of the zones that we went through. Halfway down, so the second room where we fought the Stolfos, it's gonna happen again. So prepare yourself for a fight, try and be quick. Let's go, boy, ain't got time for your shit. Because we're full, she dropped rupees? That's cool. I've never seen that. Usually I have damage at this point. That's funny. Alright, we'll keep going. Make good time. We're good, we're good. Through one more. She zigzags through this room for some reason. She's crazy, man. This time we can go down these stairs. I'm good, keep coming. Well, there's an example of her kind of freezing for a sec there. This Gibdo will freeze you, or Redead will freeze you. You're probably gonna take a hit. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Mash away! Let's go! Alright. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know, I think that one's like hyper paralyzed, like his power's amped up. But with that guy dead, we'll just kind of carefully maneuver our way through the final hallway. And enter phase 3. Goes. He's pretty powerful, man, and we took his ass out and he still took the place down. Alright. So this is what our final arena will be here. This last boss fight. And we will run up here to initiate. And then we get to face off against Ganon, which is the demon, I guess where the power comes from. So, that's gonna happen. And we gotta do this first fight without the sword. So he's gonna get the big boy sword. First things first, just kind of get some distance from him. And we want to tag him with a light arrow right in the face. Run around to his backside and hit that tail. Repeat. Another way you can do this without doing light arrows at all, right under the legs, baby. Keep up. It's like a truck. Basically, we're just gonna keep getting as much damage on this tail, whether that's whatever your strat happens to be, until the flames around the arena die out enough for us to grab our Master Sword back. Another way to do this, if you don't have the big bronze sword, is to use the hammer. Hammer works wonders here. And as you saw, when he breaks pieces of the arena apart, that's how you're gonna get consumables. So like worst case scenario, you run out of like magic, which is really worst case scenario. You're trying to get him to break something for magic. You can run over, grab the Master Sword back. We can now finish this fight. Take our free hit. Couple more hits. Out of light arrows here. Once this happens, we'll get a little bit of a cutscene. Master Sword is going to power up. And you walk up to this man and you end his whole friggin' career. Got Zelda praying over there for him. Shit. Alright. GG guys. Enjoy your final cutscene. Man, I mean, if you haven't seen the lore breakdown of all the timelines and stuff, oh, that is a treat. I highly suggest. There's some really great YouTubers out there that break down the timeline really well. It is a treat to go through. Especially from this game, like the Ocarina of Time is what really broke the timeline into multiple different paths. Sealed away. Yeah, basically, like, man, because you've got the timeline where, like, obviously we took the Master Sword, and we beat Ganon, so then he was sealed away. So there's that timeline that continues. Then you've got here, which is, you know, Zelda says, well, okay, well you got sealed away for 7 years, like away from the world. You lost your whole childhood, your whole life, so return the Ocarina of Time, put back the sword, go back and be a child. That's also its own timeline, because this timeline kept going, and then he goes back to Child Link, and so then, you know, going backwards, the ending of that timeline, or how that continued, is when Link goes back in time to regain his childhood. Link and Zelda and everybody involved knows how it all goes down, so they warn the king. Ganon is then executed, which leads to Twilight Princess. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I highly suggest anybody interested, check out the lore. It's wild. Off we go. Alright, so that was The Legend of Zelda, The Ocarina of Time, 100%, top to bottom. We got every single upgrade for every passive item, Deku Nuts, we got the sticks upgraded, we did every side quest possible, we've got every gold skull, every heart piece. We did it all. So well done, first of all, to anybody who did this with me. I appreciate you very much. And honestly, this is like I feel like this is like a stepping stone in life, man. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. I've finally done it. I'm gonna post it and get on the next thing. And I'm honestly like super excited. So again, I appreciate anybody who's stuck here with me, and to anybody who does come here and check out this guide and go through the journey as well. Best of luck to you, friends. The next game I'm going to do is going to be, it's probably going to seem obvious, but I'm going to do Majora's Mask. I'm going to do the vanilla game as well, so that'll be another 100% guide. We'll segment it out. It might not be as long, because I find that Majora's Mask is quite a bit smaller than Ocarina. I think eventually I may start doing mods as well, and do guides for mods. There's a couple like hacks that I've done that are they're a bit more difficult, but they're really fun, and I think they deserve a lot of attention. Just another one on the plate, I guess, that I'll be looking into doing is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. It's a game that I really love, and would love to do a guide video on that too. But yeah, if this is your first videos you're seeing, of me, this is my formal welcome. This is, you know, find your quest, man. Find your quest. So we'll get one last little piece of the cutscene here, or the credits. And this video will actually end up being under an hour, which is kind of nice, because the last two I felt dragged a little bit. Nice to see the two brothers, even though the one friggin' like sold the other one out to Ganondorf to take over. Kind of an ass, but you know. All the Carpenters and the brothers. It's been a fun game, man. It's a fun game. I would love to see this game remade at some point, or remastered properly. The 3D ones, like, don't get me wrong, the 3D versions of both the N64 games they're good. They changed certain things to make the games a little bit simpler. It is definitely, like, it's a beautiful game. They're very, very graphically updated. But you just can't beat the OGs, man. There's just something about these games. Alright. Yeah, with Majora's Mask, I feel like it'll probably be... Like, this is coming out to 14 videos, with about half of them being an hour or so. I could imagine Majora's Mask being about maybe 8 videos, if that. Like, it's quite a bit smaller. Maybe like a ROM hack would be like maybe a bit longer, just depending on which mod it is, but yeah, I look forward to dropping these series, man. I'm excited to do a lot more of these, and just to honestly get feedback and hear from like you guys as the viewers, and just whatever it happens to be, whatever you think, hit me up. I'm excited. But we'll get our little end screen here, and then we'll wrap it up. And then we get to kind of see the, I guess the start of the next cycle, because they would, like, essentially, yeah, Link would get his time back, and they would be knowledgeable of everything that was about to happen. And they would stop it before it started. The end. Awesome. Well, thank you guys again so much for joining me on this journey. I appreciate every one of you, and I hope to see you guys in the next series or video, whatever that happens to be. Peace out, guys.